Hey everyone, it's been a minute since I did a video, but I had some free time, so figured might as well. Uh, I may have to get up and do something in the middle of this video, but we have a new kitten at the house. His name's Yoshi. He's trying to bite me right now, but he's very needy, so I may be pulled away from the video spontaneously. For now, he's just gonna hang out right here. As you saw in the description, I have two books I want to talk about. Continuing the series of books from Terry Pratchett. This is Jingo. This is another book based around Sam Vimes and his fellow watchmen. They get into this adventure in this book where an island mysteriously appears out of the sea between Ankh-Morpork and Al-Khali, and it starts all kinds of uh, pseudo warring and interesting dynamic between the Clatchians and the Ankh-Morpork people. So I did not enjoy this one as much as the others that I've read before it. I still have one to go that Keith gave me called The Fifth Elephant. But yeah, I think, for the entire middle of this book, it just sort of plods along. There's not um, anything exceptionally interesting happening. Whereas in the other books, they were way more engaging. But I did really like the ending to this, so it's not without its good parts. And yes, there are good moments that shine throughout. But again, I don't really like to do spoilery stuff. But I feel like the ending made the time I spent in this one worth it. So still recommend that, even though I would put it at the bottom of the four Pratchett's that I've read so far. And next, I just finished this morning. Tough Shit by Kevin Smith. The subtitle is Life Advice from a Fat, Lazy Slob Who Did Good. Uh, as you can see from the title, Kevin kind of is hard on himself, and I think he still is. However, this book came out around 2011, 2010, something like that, and there's a lot of there are many hilarious anecdotes from his life in here, and specifically some stuff that he was notorious for. The incident where he was kicked off of a Southwest Airlines flight for being quote unquote too fat. And he's got Carlin stories in here, George Carlin stories. Of course, Carlin was in several of Kevin's movies. And I just flew through this and thoroughly enjoyed the entire thing. It's very much written in his voice. Whenever you're reading it, you hear him speaking in your mind. I know there was one other thing I wanted to mention. Let's see if I can pull up a chapter list. Well, they're all. Here's another thing about this book. It hasn't necessarily aged amazingly well, um, because Kevin has basically conquered his demon of overeating after having a major heart attack a couple of years ago. Um, And there's lots of talk about him making his hockey movie, which he never ended up making. But the things that do stand out, as I said, the Carlin stuff, the airplane stuff, Red State, and the making of the Westboro Baptist Church stuff that he got into many arguments, and they ended up coming to one of his shows. And there's a whole section of the book on that. And he finally gets into detail about how his career even launched and all of that stuff, which is a story he's told millions of times at this point, probably thousands is probably a better estimate. But yeah, really enjoyed this one and highly recommend it. Probably do another video while Yoshi is attacking me this entire time. Um, he's very into chasing his tail, so that gets me into trouble because he likes to also be close to me. Okay, that's enough for today. See you in the next video.